Continuing on with breaking the cycle of yo-yo decluttering by changing my habits. Here's an old habit I want to change: saving the boxes and packaging from purchases. This seems to be a common habit of people with hoarding issues. I think there are various reasons for why. Wanting to keep things complete or pristine. Sometimes the packaging itself is really nice. I've heard that if you resell items later, they can be more valuable with the original box. In the instance I'm going to share today, the box is for a new printer I bought. My reason for saving it was, well, if I need to return the printer to Staples, I'll need the original box and packing materials. Okay, I'm well past the 30-day return window. The printer's been working fine, so I can get rid of the box and styrofoam now, right? Wrong. Because when I move, I'll need the original box and styrofoam to safely pack the printer so that it doesn't get damaged in transport. A regular moving box won't be as good. The original box and styrofoam protect the printer perfectly. That has been my thinking for decades. When I move, I'm going to need to pack X, Y, and Z up, so I need to save their boxes for when I move. That thinking kept me from getting rid of the printer box after the 30-day return window. That thinking is why this box has been sitting in my kitchen. That thinking is why I have to shift the box every time I want to access the range, cabinets, or oven. Can any of you relate to the shifting back and forth? It's so irritating to have to do each time, and yet I've shifted crap for years. This time I stepped back and questioned my habit. When I moved into this current house over 15 years ago, I had to buy some new things for the house, and I kept their boxes for the next time I move. I hadn't even gotten settled into this house, and I was already worried about my next move. What the? And those boxes have cluttered this house for 15 years. Instead of being in the present moment and making my home functional and comfortable right now, I've been worrying about a future move that may not even happen. And as a result of ruminating about the future, my present home is cluttered and uncomfortable to live in. The printer cost me $140. If I get rid of the original box and packaging, and if I have to move, there's a possibility of the printer getting damaged beyond repair during transport. And yeah, that would be $140 if all that happened. But if I keep the ginormous original box and packaging, it will clutter my house. It will contribute to the unhappiness and shame I feel over my living space. It will keep me from inviting people into my home. It will contribute to my isolation. It will weigh on my brain every time I see it, every time I have to move it, every time I bump into it. Do I want that? Do I want to keep going down this path and end up paying a therapist $250 an hour to help me discard the cardboard box to a $140 printer? No. I've decided to put it all in the recycling bin because instead of worrying about a potential future move, I want a better life now. While I was breaking down the box, I told myself, I'm doing this because I value myself and I deserve a comfortable home. As I put everything into the recycling bin, I told myself, I'm letting go of this clutter and the shame that goes with it. Oh, and another bag full of paper clutter too. And as I mopped my kitchen floor, I hit the record button in my brain by telling myself, this feels so good. I love being able to mop the floor without having to move that box back and forth. I want more of this.